The D-pad contains crude language, cringe humor, and suggestive themes. Viewer discretion is advised.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
We're gonna have a TV party tonight. Alright! We're gonna have a TV party, alright!
Welcome to the D-pad. I'm your host, DZ Dog. We're here with Austin Trench, Dragonking Mark, Commissar. And yes, this is, I don't know, maybe the end, maybe not. I'm still kind of deciding what I want to do with my channel. But let's not be depressed and all that. Let's be happy.
Here, I found the thumbnail to use for this video.
Oh boy, I wonder what. Oh. Okay.
Eating spaghetti in bed is only thing savages do.
Yeah.
That's what I technically do, so I'm a savage.
You get sauce.
At least you're honest.
Savage. No, you're a Fred Savage. You're from The Wizard and Wonder Years.
I actually don't hate that movie. For some reason. I probably should. But yes, this may or may not be the last episode. We kind of want to do one more with Logan so he can be on here. So we might just, I don't know, combine them all. Honestly, not really. Well, there's a lot to talk about, but I don't know. I'm not really sure what we should do first. Let's see. Oh, net neutrality. It's finally getting it's finally official.
Oh god, don't remind me.
Wait, what?
The
Net
repeal.
neutrality.
Yeah, the repeal's
Oh, that's gem.
Yep. Oh well. It's fun while it lasted. Everything is dying. I don't know, it's probably not going to be as bad as we think it is. There's always going to be a chance to, you know, fight back. Hopefully.
The best we can do is hope for the best, you know? And support.
Best we can do is continue to shitpost
Yes.
and give no fucks about it.
That's a shame. That's all we can really do, but whatever. Give me an excuse to go outside.
Let's see. Entertainment-wise, anyone excited for Ready Player One?
Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm hoping to see that when it comes out.
What
It's just
movie?
a shame that it looks better than Pacific Rim.
Oh, Pacific Rim 2?
Yeah, it's like...
Admittedly, I want to see it too because of several different reasons. New Jaegers, the kaiju look badass, and third, there might be an enemy team who's letting them, the kaiju, come back. I don't know.
It's kind of like Transformers 3, where it's like a subdivision of humanity. It's like, okay, you might be spared.
Maybe it would be cool, but I don't know. Maybe it's messy. Maybe it's a
I
cult.
mean, like the one that was established in the first movie.
Probably, actually.
But yeah, Ready Player One looks interesting enough.
Ready Player One looks amazing. I want to see that.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's just going to be, oh look, reference to this piece of media, reference to this.
Well,
character.
it makes more sense here because it's a video game. Everyone that would do that in a video game, they'd have everything they loved. And it's supposed to be a reference game hunt because that's what the creator of the game wanted people to do. So people are learning about these things rather than just being purely obsessive.
It just looks like if mixed with. That's all it is.
Yeah, thumbs down. There's no Ugandan knuckles in there.
Thank God.
Chat the game.
You don't know that. It hasn't been released.
I mean, they had Hello Kitty in it.
Like,
Oh man, we're really lagging. Or, what's going on?
And it's
Kitty, I
just like,
mean,
whoa.
Okay. I got a lot of
Someone
just
in
saying.
the Iron Giant that's there for some reason.
Yeah. I think it's trying to collect on the nostalgia of the Iron Giant.
Well, that and they couldn't afford Ultraman because I had to speak to multiple people about this. It was because there were two companies that control the copyright of the character that are currently at war with the copyright.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like they both wanted him to be in the movie, but they didn't want the other side to get all the money. I'm like, damn you! Oh, this could have been his chance.
Yeah, Ultraman could have been introduced a brand new way and picked up.
Better way. And may have somehow been a part of the new giant monster verse, whatever.
like having
I mean,
Pacific
come
Rim.
on, we got King Kong versus
Oh,
Godzilla
okay, yeah.
being made.
Yeah, that would have been cool to actually have him involved.
He could be Phase 2.
Water?
Let's just still doesn't suck ass.
Well, we only serve paying
I
customers, so
hope
you
I really
have to
don't.
drink water. If you're broke,
Well, it's
go
being
somewhere
directed by
else.
the Death Note guy, so
50 dumplings. Is it a deal?
so at least we can expect some kick-ass 80s music to go along with it.
Yeah.
Maybe a Light Turner cameo where he's screaming like a bitch.
I wonder if they're gonna incorporate and show off the Power Glove in Ready Player One.
Oh.
I don't know why, because it's really bad.
That would be the joke. I feel if they were to do that.
True.
But yeah, I don't know. It'll probably be good. I didn't think the Lego movie would be that good, but thankfully I was wrong.
yeah, it was surprisingly good. What the fuck is that?
What
The picture.
picture? Oh.
It's like some weird post-war propaganda picture that I have crafted.
It's a American soldier wearing a kimono, riding a bike, smoking a cigar.
With a fan.
You two are enemies.
No, it's the ultimate sign of multiculturalism. I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah, he says he needs money for a lightsaber, but he's really gonna spend it all on blue milk.
So that's
No,
where it comes from.
he's gonna spend it on like Forbes so that way he can feed his creature to make him more.
Oh.
What an odd scene. I love it so much.
You don't even know.
Oh no.
Sith Lord killed family, need money for a lightsaber.
The one below it.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention there's a Warhammer cameo in Ready Player One.
Is there?
It's in blue motif on one of their arms.
That could things like it could be
What did he?
Ultramarines veteran sergeant because they have the red skull with a white Ultramarine logo on the blue background.
Let me see. Let me look up the TV spot.
Could be that.
Here, let me post it right here. This might be Steven Spielberg's movie where he says, "I've made the '80s, and I'm here to take my throne back." Because when you look at what movies were the most popular back in that year, it's like were bombs at the box office back then because Spielberg movies were beating their ass. Like Gremlins, Goonies, Back to the Futures.
Ready Player One changed the world. If only that game existed, that would be freaking
You'd never leave it, that's
awesome.
the problem.
I don't know.
That's
that looks like a Terran Marine, actually. Armor.
From
And it-
StarCraft?
Yeah, that looks like the Terran Marine from StarCraft.
Oh.
And the
I'm sorry, I thought it was
flag there would be the Jim Raynor Patriot outfit from Heroes of the Storm.
Huh. Well, they do have Tracer in there, so yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I know, because I've got like one of the weird Funko figures actually on one of my shelves, and I'm looking at it. You lied to me, Trench.
I'm sorry, I didn't know the difference.
It's okay. On the trailer earlier, I already saw that they had Tracer in there, so it doesn't surprise me that they throw out more Blizzard things into this.
But I guess I'll see it out of curiosity.
See that they had Dizzy for years in there.
Hmm.
Like he is like in the super background, but you recognize him by his straw hat.
And they showed him in the trailer?
Yeah, in the trailer 2 for it, where they're getting ready to race in Delta City, home of RoboCop, and you see Dizzy getting ready to go into, I think, like the regular kit car or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
While you see Ryu from Street Fighter there as well.
I was gonna say they should have Dizzy get into it like some sort of big rig or something.
Man, who's ever copywriting this movie is going to be making a mint.
Well, no, it's not just a copyright on the movie. It's actually going to be taking up. The companies who gave royalties to them are going to make money off of it too.
Well, they're going to make tons of money. They got Steven Spielberg, who's an Oscar-winning director, who is one of the most... He's a really big pop culture icon, you know?
Mm-hmm. Which is why it's fitting for him to be someone heading with this project, I mean.
But it's weird because his movies are referenced all over the book, and none of the parts that are referencing him in the book.
It's because him directing is the biggest reference to himself.
That is true. I mean, he's referencing everything else from Superman, from Richard Donner to King Kong. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like they don't give a shit. It's just Steven doesn't want to look like he's, jerking himself off. And you earn the right to do that. You're
Yeah,
Steven
you're a legend.
fucking Spielberg.
Yeah, but if he gets lazy and does... There's a bigger scheme to this all, and he's slowly plotting a world. One or the other.
Oh, he's already taken over the world. Why do you think he has J.J. Abrams and Michael Bay to do his bidding?
I'm not getting into your conspiracy theories.
My conspiracy theory is Michael Bay and Steven and J.J. Abrams his DNA, but they're the different parts of his personality. They keep him balanced. And when he dies, they merge to a Steven, and he continued. But personally, out of them, I think J.J. Abrams is the most Steven Spielberg. Let's be honest, like, he is essentially his Steven groomed J.J. Abrams into his clone. Like, all the shots, like, man, Force Awakens, say what you will about it, but it had a very Spielbergian quality to it, right? It had a sense of wonder, fun, and insanity to it.
That's also because Abrams, like, jerks himself over his mystery box concept a lot.
But it was still enjoyable. Unlike Cloverfield Paradox.
I haven't seen Paradox, so...
Neither have I.
No.
I got bored halfway through. And this... I'm sorry, Moss. An amazing movie where it's Moss and Roy from the IT department in Cloverfield movie. Hey, there's a giant creature out there, and I'm about to hit the mother flipping wall. It's absolutely brilliant. It's just like, wow, man, be trippy. Oh, another news and entertainment. Now, as a random topic, skipping Ready Player One stuff, there is now.
And cut off. Dang.
It is a show called Nico Samurai, where, no, it is not a furry show, but a live-action show, where a samurai spares the life of a cat some crazy guy suspected of being a demon, and he is having the cat as a pet while dealing with people that want to kill him or the cat. I'm already on episode 2, so very lighthearted, and a very, very cheap show to make, apparently. They just reuse a lot of old villages and everything.
Huh.
And it's like, wow, they keep these villages very well preserved. Or they just know how to reconstruct them.
Turns out that the cat was.
Like, ha, bitch, you actually thought I wasn't serious.
Oh no, it's the demon cat from Ghost Stories.
Oh.
No, the bad dubbing.
Well, it wasn't intentionally to be a good dubbing. They just... They were given the rights to do whatever the hell they wanted as long as they didn't change the sequencing or the names.
Why didn't they get a translator to it?
Because apparently the translations were so awful anyways, and the show as its own in Japan flopped horrendously.
And now
And
it's known as a comedy.
Well, yeah, in the States it is, because, well, the studio that bought the rights to do the dub was paid really do whatever you want with the script and stuff, just don't change the sequencing or the names.
No, that's fine. Leave it in. We're doing it live. Except not really.
Oh, we're live?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what people are wasting their time right now listening to
No,
us?
no one would do that. No one would listen to this nonsense.
Or would they? I mean, for goodness sake, some people actually listen to those director commentaries on DVDs.
Yeah, I mean, who would do that? I totally don't. Looks around shitfully.
I mean, those type of people scare me because
Hey,
they
now.
just say, well, yeah, this is us working with him. He was alright. And then they talk about going to the doctor as they were shooting this, and they were just like, what the fuck does this have to do with anything?
It's for lonely people.
And you've listened to some awful commentary.
Yeah. I feel like we have
At least they were funny, and they were making jokes about the movie. But this is from the people who made the movie, and they're just so boring. And like, I don't even want to listen to BBS on commentary. You ever seen an interview with him? He never really looks an interviewer in the eye, and he's always looking around, and he's like, he stops halfway through his sentences. Like, he rarely gets to speak.
Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. And that you could, for example,
Another
have the
massive
power
tangent.
within
What
one
is
night
this?
to
I
dream
don't know.
75 years of time.
Crippling depression. Is that from a Doki Doki literature club? Like one of those characters?
Yes.
Okay. Still play that. I don't know if I want to play through it myself or like stream it or something. I'll be right back.
Do it.
Maybe.
Actually, we should get Trench to play it and stream it, and us being the...
Yes.
Get Trench to stream it, be in Discord when he's talking with us, and we just, like... just be assholes, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, just have fun.
Yeah, have fun. That's what you people call it. Interesting. No, I'm kidding. Would he be okay with that, Trench?
I think he left. Yeah, we'll have to ask him when he gets back.
No, I'm gonna assume his silence is a yes.
Silence. Can we edit this out? Maybe not.
Here.
And you
I'll post my
as you
favorite-
began on this
my favorite
adventure
one
of dreams, you
that's
would
been made
fulfill
of
all
this.
your wishes.
It's beautiful.
You would have
Yes.
every kind of pleasure you could conceive. And after
I don't
several
know.
nights
I have
of
to
75 years of
game
total
more
pleasure
than
each, you
playing
would say,
three.
"Well, that was pretty great." But now let's have a surprise.
Speaking of Witcher,
Remake.
Let's have a dream which isn't under control.
huh?
Well,
Yeah.
something is going to happen to me. That I don't know what
Apparently,
it's gonna
there
be.
was a leak going on that happened that there was news of that they were going to announce the Spyro trilogy remake since a little miniature statue was made of him,
Oh
and
yeah.
later confirmed.
Yeah.
And from what I read up, apparently this month is when it's going to be shown. Is when they're going to announce it, and September in time for the 5th anniversary.
Yeah, that's cool. I like the Spyro games. I played more than the Crash Bandicoot games, honestly.
Spyro was what got me into games in general.
Explains a lot.
Yes.
No, but seriously.
But I'm really happy. I'd be really happy to see Spyro again because A, I'll definitely stream it because that's like my favorite game, and B, modern kids can finally be able to play it.
Not that awful Skylanders one.
Yeah, not the awful Skylanders. Legends was pretty good. I mean, Legends was pretty good. Decent, actually, for me. At least for me.
I haven't touched any of them. They just, I don't know. Some of them have cool designs, but I just don't like Spyro's weird
What I
nose.
miss?
So you missed agreeing to playing a game, Trench, which you will be streaming, and you'll be in Discord while streaming it, and we'll all be joking around and having fun while you do so. Mostly at your expense during...
Oh.
Your voices keep cutting in and out.
Yeah, I'm
Mine
not sure what's
is-
going on.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, let me see here. Okay, let's try this here now. So as I was saying, what we'll be doing, Trench, is we'll be sending you a link to a game to download, one that you'll be playing on a live stream or in a recorded session while in Discord while we joke around with it.
No.
Yes.
And you will have to pay for your own therapy fees or anything like that.
I don't go to therapy anyway.
Well,
You might need to, from what I've heard.
I mean, I don't know.
I've been recovering from a bad flu bug.
Oh.
I've been trying to. I wanted to stream earlier today, but due to a storm that kind of hit this place, and there's going to be another one this week. And plus, I got my third term of classes that I actually need to check right now to see if I did. No, I did them. I just need to recheck them again. But
Skipping school.
no, I'm not skipping school. It's online classes.
I know, I'm joking. But yeah, that would be fun to do if we
the
More
game
intense.
did that old
link
stream.
sent to you.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Okay, what else do we got? I don't want to talk.
No, Doki Doki.
Yes,
Don't play
Doki Doki.
I don't
Too
play
bad.
that shit.
It's good.
You will.
Gator, don't play that shit. You feel me?
You ain't Gator, so
Yeah, because my
you
career
you
never
don't
went
even
to
know
shit.
what a Jimmy is, so you are no Gator.
I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, aside from that, let's see, Spyro. We were talking about Spyro. Yeah, the remake.
Yeah, like Spyro's still a good game. Spyro's still like a great game, good series. I'm glad they're bringing Crash back, but I'm also curious to see what else they're going to do. I mean,
Jack and Daxter's net.
I hope so. Because, you know, we've done enough with Ratchet and Clank. Let's just put that one to bed.
Yeah, I don't have anything to contribute to this here. My childhood video game was already made an HD edition, StarCraft, so
Oh.
More like Star Crack.
it was when I was young.
StarCraft.
My dad got me into computer gaming, and my life has been on a downward spiral since then.
Wouldn't have it any other way. I don't know, I don't really play a lot of
Exactly.
games nowadays.
I'm not cutting out
Casual.
still, am I?
No, not this time.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd like to see Jack and Daxter return. Like all these old platformers. The PlayStation 2 era. You know, since Odyssey and Time did so well, so I guess that wouldn't be, too much of a surprise. Gonna bring back platformers. Gonna bring back beat 'em ups, hopefully. I mean, they got River City Ransom Underground. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. No one's heard of River City Ransom. Can't be the only guy. Come on, it's classic.
What?
Punch people and they go barf. I don't know.
Which one? Barf the Mog or Barf the noun /
The
verb?
noun.
I was hoping you were talking about John Candy.
No, I wish. God rest his soul.
All the funny fat people are dead. And Kevin James is still alive, unfortunately.
Well, you know.
Speaking of the opposite of funny fat people, someone else died the other day. It was Billy Harrington.
Sounds familiar. Billy Harrington.
He was a workout enthusiast who made some odd videos and was heavily memed and such, and quite sad actually. He died in a car crash.
Oh.
Ouch.
One of the worst parts was he actually on Twitter posted that he got a brand new puppy 2 weeks before that happened. So some people are talking about what may happen to the puppy. Some are hoping that his mom, who's still around, may take the puppy.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I think I remember this guy. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't have looked into the images. The safe search off.
Did you just pull up his images?
Yeah, it was a bad idea.
Yeah. I should have warned you on that.
Well, that's gonna be in my history. The NSA is gonna look at that. Oh, this guy likes muscular men. Okay.
Yeah. Like, incredibly muscular.
Hey, I want to look like that, not at that. That's the excuse I'm using. Get my gains. Yeah, that's a shame. May he rest in peace. Sweet meme prince.
Sadly, it happens to the best and worst of us.
Oh, that video. I don't know if I want to talk about that.
Or did he?
I don't know. It was that video of I think Mark linked it. It was from Mother's Basement. It was about like it's basically talking about if it was all right to support like or you can tell it, Mark.
If it was support who? What, pirate sites?
No, it was the supporting artists who may have views that you might not agree with or stuff like that. It's called Good Art Made by Bad People.
Oh, if supporting the artist means supporting their ideals?
Yeah, something like that. Like the whole Ender's Game thing.
Yeah, the Ender Game, and then I know there was one anime director who got in the spotlight about some of their ideals too.
What's his name? I don't know his name, but he made an anime called MMO Junkies or something like that. Apparently, he's anti-Semitic. I don't know. It's
MMO player or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, the MMO junkie video.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, I remember that now. I was like, wait, why does this feel familiar? Oh.
Yeah, this is a lot of old stuff that we've been just trudging through because I couldn't find anything interesting, honestly. Or maybe I wasn't looking hard enough. I don't know. I have no problem with it. I mean, I get it why some people don't want to do it, like, buy stuff from someone with, I guess, different political or ideological beliefs. But
they're just one person. They don't make up the ideology of the whole production team.
Yeah. Especially when you're dealing with like a whole group of people. It's kind of like that weird mindset. It's like, like when Bill Cosby got like outed as being a sex offender, people like just renounced every like show or piece of media he was in, even though there's like entire production teams and other people involved. Like, he wasn't the sole like monolith behind that, or each like show and movie or whatever he's been in. But that's how people are. Can't watch Little Bill or he's
Well, he raped people. Obviously, he's going to get outed.
I know, but it's like if you can still like I can still watch the Cosby Show and not like be like, oh wow, that guy raped a bunch of people. I can still immerse
It's
myself,
like,
I guess.
you'd offer them a bunch of water. Lid, don't worry, I can fix everything. Just drink this.
Oh no.
It's like, no! Every time he offers people something in the cottage, he's just like, run! Run! I need to give you some pudding. No! Don't touch that pudding, it's evil!
But yeah, I can understand, the rationale behind it, but I don't know, maybe I'm just that good at just detaching myself, I guess. Like from a character from the actual person or whatever. Like I still
No,
enjoy
I'm
being
supporting. One thing doesn't affect the whole, while others
okay.
could say, well, the money they make off of that could contribute to their hobbies or their bad
Yeah.
habits or all
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's complicated.
You know, like one of the cases someone pointed out was the creator of the series, Roni Kenshin, was turned out to be a passive pedophile in which he was caught with child pornography.
Yeah.
Now he is in court doing legal, like making a legal case for himself, but with Japan they do have low tolerance when it comes to that. So currently at the record, I believe is 93% prosecution rate for these kind of crimes.
Oh.
So one thing someone was saying was, well, if you purchase Roni Kenshin things right now, those royalties he's making, even though you're supporting the art, will be going towards his legal defense most likely. So that's where like some of the other side of the argument goes to. So
Yeah.
Look, I understand the medium of separating the artist from his work, but if you know that your purchases of his work are going towards a legal team where what was the child porn he was looking at, real people or anime people?
I think it was
what
real.
trench? You're...
Well, the porn that he was looking at, was it of
It was
actual
of real people, because this is Japan, the place where lolicon is okay and such, but
That's not
No,
a just like
It was of actual human beings.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like it either way.
gusted by, the lolly and that other thing that I've heard about existing.
Other thing.
Oh,
I've never witnessed. And when the real thing happens, you need to stop it. Because as a crime, he is. I believe he should have the book thrown at him for that, because he was in possession.
Oh yeah, he's more than likely going to have the book thrown at him. Because
Good.
they do have evidence that is recovered, and when it comes of actual human beings and that stuff, Japan does actually have a very low tolerance to it. That's
Okay.
why they have such a high prosecution rate for that crime.
Oh yeah.
And I believe all child porn, even if it's animated, should be reported in. People meme about Boku no Piku and all that stuff, and it's like, you shouldn't be memeing this at all. This is child pornography, pedophilia.
Yeah, but the internet.
People meme it for a joke, and it's just like, and what?
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old, but it's some things just kind of go too far, I guess, online.
Yeah, and it's gone too far, and I'm glad now we're cracking down on these things, because so many people are being affected by these Me Too movements, and children are, especially men and women in that industry, are being harassed and bullied by other, filmmakers, producers, and so on. Even when they're adults, this happens.
Because you had people like Elijah Wood, who who would talk about stuff like that. Like him himself hadn't been directly affected because his mother actually kept a close eye on him and tried to keep him. But for others that who had toxins and such, no, not listen to that or without to even talk about it until just recently. So I mean, I'm glad they are doing something about it, but for me, the silence on it has been uncannily too long.
It's been disturbing. Like in 2003, Brendan Fraser was sexually harassed by, a Golden Globe film, board member, and he was like, after he was terrified of that, and I think he said he was threatening to tell, and so the people of the Golden Globes blacklisted him, Brendan Fraser, from ever attending that many times, and put his career on hold, and that's why he ended up doing all those really bad movies, because those were the only ones he could get, because he was blacklisted. And like already Golden Globes have sent out a press piece saying these things are untrue and all that stuff. It was not by fault of our own. I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan of Brendan Fraser. I'm saying that because like that stuff is actually possible, because people like James Woods were also blacklisted by other things, so they couldn't really get much work. And I agree with Karmasar is that the silence is ridiculous, and you hear like all these stars that you watched on television or on like the movie screen when you were a little kid are traumatized people affected by the entertainment industry. This type of thing has to stop, and especially going back to the Roni Kenshin guy, he has just simply contributed to a disgusting and horrific part of the entertainment industry that needs to be destroyed, dismantled, and the people either need to be treated for it and be cured mentally of those horrific desires to do that to small children. I understand if like it's their free will to do this, but it's like, dude, they want to molest children. That's not cool. That's evil. It's disturbing, and you can't make sense of that. And you guys ever heard of Opie and Anthony?
Yeah.
They did a piece on a NAMBLA documentary where the camera crew following them around kept questioning the NAMBLA members, going like, is there any sense of like irony in anything they say? Because they say stupid shit like, well, these kids trusted me, they wanted to learn from me, and then they cut back to the kids after they talk and going like, yeah, he was just asking us really stupid questions, and it just shows how deluded and insane they are. And especially if you have people like that in power in the entertainment industry, like that manga artist who he has enough money to do whatever he wants, and now it's finally gotten to him, and I hope they throw the book at him, because this shit has to stop. And he's just become another member of a huge, elaborate, horrific web of violators and monsters.
Yeah, well,
And that's all I have to say about it.
Yeah, but it's good. It's all this is starting to come to light now, and hopefully something will actually be done.
I swear Discord is not agreeing with us tonight.
No.
Yeah,
it's your web connections.
It must be connections, or it could just be Discord just not agreeing. Usually this is why I prefer Skype calls. I mean, yes, Skype is a bit messy, but at the same time, it also at least provides clearer connections.
It's just the podcast wants to die.
Yeah.
That's it.
We can make this a part 1, and then part 2 would be next Sunday.
Yeah.
The finale, part 1. But yeah, sorry for going into that huge rant. It's just like, I know people who have been harmed, not in an industry way, but more like in a very personal and private way that they told me these things, and it's just like no one, not even the offenders, realize the damage, nor do they care for the damage as long as their desires are filled, and it's not right. It shows the demonic nature of humanity happening. And I think it also shows that society is collapsing on itself, allowing people like that to roam the streets as well as a movie studio freely.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing we can do, gentlemen, gotta make our own entertainment. Gotta do like what's that movie? Be Kind Rewind, where we just make all those movies, or like remake all those like old movies. I think it was like Jack Black. Am I the only one who watched that? Come on, I can't be the only one who watched it.
The movie was
What
pretty
movie?
good.
It's called Be Kind Rewind. It was had Jack Black in it.
Trent showed me that movie a long time ago.
Yeah, so that's all we have to do now is just remake every movie ourselves.
But how would they incorporate Be Kind Rewind in the modern day? Like, would it be Be Kind, please swipe, like, indicating to wash the DVDs that you put back in the red box?
Oh, that's a good point.
Be Kind Rewind was innovative because it gave us the Sweden edition of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But although the concept of people, making their own films, putting it on a DVD and putting it into a red box sounds hilarious. Making sure you have the little label on there correctly so the red box recognizes it as the same DVD and starts giving it out to random people. God, Trent, we need to do this as a hobby. We need to sabotage Redbox from inside.
Better, we just sabotage humanity.
You always got to take it there.
Argue about dumb things like need to be all female or not.
Well, that's how we sow the seeds of argument. Because you'll have one person who will see a movie, be the legitimate one, and the other one will have the fake knockoff that we make, and then they'll try to discuss the movie and cover over the points, and when one doesn't line up with the other, they'll fight over it.
Let them fight.
Trusting your spirit, yes, that's exactly what I'm about.
So, let's see.
Other than that, that's all I got.
Yeah. I'm going for almost an hour or so, 53 minutes.
Hopefully I can get people like Turkey Tom on here to talk about, like, why his videos, like, get a lot of, like, love or hate or whatever.
Yeah, he's a character. That's all I'll say. I don't know. I don't hate him. Don't hate.
Don't even know who he is.
He's this kid. He does like rant videos and movie reviews.
No, it's not a movie review. He's just a commentary. He goes, the problems with anime fans, the problems with the cartoon community, the problems with.
Didn't he do anime?
So it's pretty much like things I bitch about, like I do in my private time.
Yeah.
I should start recording my ramblings and throw it on a channel then.
There you go.
Exactly. Well, with that said, I think that concludes our first part.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, sounds good.
See you guys next time.
For
See ya.
part 2
of the finale.
Dun dun.
Now, will our suicide pact go according as planned? Check out next time. Also, the other side note, though, how does the new mic sound?
It sounds good.
Okay, because that was one of the things. Bought it on a whim with money I earned in a bonus, and I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. So glad it's doing good so far.
Hey,
Hey, how's everything going?
good. Playing Monster Hunter War right now, hunting a giant Anjanath.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. Other than that, I played some Terra since the open beta is out.
Uh-huh.
It's good. I mean, it's still got some problems, but it's still good.
Oh,
It is still in beta though. I mean, I still can't wait for when it's finally fully out. Then again,
yeah.
it's still like the first foray into console, so
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
they could put WildStar onto a console. That'd do wonders for its play base.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting a bit of an echo.
Who's doing the echo? Are my headphones just really loud or something? What's going on here?
I don't know. I think it was from Mark, because I'm not hearing it anymore. I think he turned down his
You sure?
speaker. Yeah, I'm not hearing it anymore.
Huh. That
So
was weird.
yeah, it's whatever. So you guys want to start this off?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the D-Pad. I'm your host DZ Dog here with Dragonking Mark, Logan, and yeah, this is possibly the final episode for now. You know, it's just like the season finale. Got to take a bit of a hiatus. Yeah. So it's not gonna be forever. I didn't want to make it out like, oh, I'm just gonna end this off forever. We can still hang out and do little live streams. You know, we still got Smashcast, stuff like that I can use.
Yeah. I was. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it. I was building that up I was doing this thing. Oh shit, I forgot everything I was gonna say. No, I gotta go back. I gotta change it all.
It's fine, it's whatever. If it comes to you, it's fine. If not, it's just this is just the I guess the remembrance episode, the clip show.
Thanks for everything.
The remembrance episode where I don't remember things.
Yeah.
What a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't bring any topics to this thing. I just sort of wanted to reminisce on what the show was, because I remember you and me, D, you were on my bombastic cast. I had been watching your videos for quite a while, and I was a big fan of them because I didn't really see a lot of people going into these very obscure YouTube channels and kind of talking about them, especially in at the type of I suppose video quality level that the old YouTubers would have. That sounds like a knock on you, but I think it works for the subject matter that you were talking about, because it sort of adds to the charm to have this very home produced type of passionate project where there's no money involved or anything like that. It's just you care about expressing an idea about something. And I really like that about your videos, and because you were covering something that, not a lot of people did, I became a huge fan of them. And I guess you found my channel from a comment or something.
Yeah.
And then you had been commenting on my videos, so I think I messaged you on Twitter, and I was like, hey, do you want to do a podcast? And I eventually invited you back for another one, and I thought, wow, this is so fun talking to this dude. We should make an entirely new podcast, a series. And little did I know, it sputtered off into 30-something episodes, and ended up having a slew of new members, many of which I didn't meet, except for the podcast. And it was a wild ride. It's insane how big this thing's grown, even though compared to, plenty of other YouTube places, like, the subscribers are kind of meager, and it's a drop in the bucket in comparison to, like, what, I don't know, Alpha Omega Sin has, or whoever. But, like, the fact that people are listening, to this little bitty passion project that, I just wanted to do to talk to you more, is kind of incredible. And all of the work that you've been putting into editing these, and when it first started out, the work I was putting into editing these, to have people come and view that, even though it's kind of small, is very, very meaningful, because I just brought it up to you because I wanted to have fun, but it's kind of incredible how long this has gone, and all of the time we've had on here and the time the viewers have spent with it. So I think it's been quite a wild ride.
Yeah, definitely. I never expected this to really pan out too much, but it's been fun. It's been a fun and crazy experience. And
yeah.
It was wild, but it was fun.
Yeah.
We had the pan pizza episode.
Oh.
The first appearance of Austin Trench.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That one was good.
Yeah. Austin's impression of pan pizza on that episode was a 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not sure what I'll be doing with my channel next. I'm probably just gonna take a break from videos for a while. Maybe a branch out with some other things I want to talk about, not just old YouTubers. Just whatever.
Yeah, I saw your review of what's it called, Scott Pilgrim, and it was really good.
Scott Pilgrim.
Like the I don't know if it was written or if it was unscripted, but like the commentary in that video was really densely edited, and like there wasn't a whole lot of just going on too long. It felt very tight. The editing too, like there were these very, very snappy jokes, and everything flowed together really well. You did a really good job on that. I really liked that video.
Thanks. I actually did write that, and I went through multiple rewrites, like probably more than I usually do for most of my videos, because I want it to be perfect. But there's still a few mistakes that I've noticed here and there, but it's like whatever. I still enjoyed it. It was a good little swan song.
Yeah, it felt very much like a passion project. Like you really cared about this thing and wanted to bring exposure to it, however small that may be.
Yeah, it's for this like contest on this one guy's channel, and I don't know if it'll win or not, but hey, I tried, and I enjoyed the final product, so I guess that's all that matters.
Yeah, as long as you enjoyed making the video, that should be what matters. I mean, some people have different goals in mind for YouTube, like, some people feed off making things for an audience, and they really enjoy making things people can like, and hey, more power to those people. But I think like the most gratifying form of YouTube to watch and to make are just videos for yourself, videos that you enjoy and care about.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. Grim, but very true.
What was that?
That was my cousin's Simpsons tapped out on his tablet. It makes noises every now and then.
Marge.
It's amazing how much The Simpsons managed to almost accurately predict
everything. Just human existence. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought he was going to mention Trump, because I know that Mark likes to talk about Trump on the show for whatever reason.
Yeah, come on. I guess we don't need Adam Sessler because we got Mark on here. I haven't checked his Twitter in a while. I kind of want to, but not really.
Here's the long and short of it. We're all gonna die.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
freaking Zionist over here constantly spouting his anti-Trump rhetoric. I will not stand for my hero, the Donald, to be tainted the way that Jew is doing.
First off, I'm Catholic. Second off, he's not really. He is literally just giving us ammo to work with. We're not even provoking him. He's just giving it to us.
Yeah, I mean, with the way Pope Francis is, he's basically betrayed the values of the Catholic Church and become one of the Jews. So, I mean,
I'm just gonna say this now. The Catholic Church has been dying for like a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I was gonna. Oh, well, you seem pretty
It's
happy
starting
about
to
that.
No, I finally caught a bat. No, I caught a bat.
I'm joking. Yeah, I get it.
But in all honesty, the Catholic Church is it's outdated and dying out. People are like moving away from religion. I mean, that's a bit sad because of the fact that I literally have a relative that it was a priest, but really it's just sad because of the fact that like we're moving on from religion and stuff like that.
Yeah, people are becoming a lot more nihilistic, but here's the way I look at it. As someone who, I'm agnostic, so I don't deny like the existence of a greater power or a spiritual being, but I just
Is that what being agnostic is?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't believe in the established ones. I believe that if someone truly has faith and that they, if their religion makes them happy, they should have every right to believe in that. And, I'm not going to be able to sit here and say that they're wrong because, maybe there's something about it that just gets them on a spiritual level. And I can totally respect that. It's their life. If it makes them happy, they should have every right to make themselves happy. I think they're better for that if they can, have conviction towards what makes them happy and go out and do it. Then I think that that they're better people for doing that. Religion, like on the internet especially, I think people go way too hard on people for having faith. People belittle too much and they disrespect others too much about this, when it's just a different way of life. As long as you're not hurting anybody with it, they should have every right to make themselves happy.
Although considering what religion can also do to a person, it shows a lot. Like it shows that religion can be a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are some people who use it to justify doing bad things, but I'm not really talking about those people. I'm more so talking about people who just have faith in their heart to push through and make their lives better and to make the lives of others better. I have a lot of respect for things like that, but there are people who unfortunately use it to kind of
do horrible
be
things.
selfish and and just sort of use it as a form of propaganda. And I don't think those people are really truly faithful. They might just be using that to manipulate people, or just kind of messed up in the head somehow. But I think that religion should actually be celebrated, and it's kind of sad that it's actually going away in the public consciousness because you see a lot of these people, especially on the internet, like the whole nihilist, edgy type of thing, like, ooh, I'm so cynical about the world, and a lot of these people are not happy. They're just constantly being cynical about everything and not even trying to improve themselves. They're not trying to go out there and make their lives better. They're just sitting here on 8chan talking about those goddamn social democrats trying to ruin our revolution, and it's like, oh god.
What revolution?
these people that They're so sad. They're so sad, and they do nothing about it. I think a lot of people need that sense of purpose and that, that sense of identity in order to get through their day. And a lot of people are just taking shots in the dark and are very sad nowadays.
And what's going on in the world is not helping matters either.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think that's the time where you really need faith, or at least in my opinion, especially what I've been going through for a while. That's what kind of caused me to kind of.
What do you mean?
I actually made a video about it, and I'm not sure if I should go into much detail about it, but I've had, like, I guess I wouldn't say a sex addiction, but I've just been like really, I don't know.
Horny?
Yeah, and I wasn't really happy. It just felt wrong. Like I knew what I was doing wasn't good, and so I
had that
just
feeling.
gave it up to God, and I've been reading the Bible a lot more. Haven't really been attending churches, like actual public churches. Just finding like forums and like groups online to talk about it. And yeah, so that's kind of why I'm just going on hiatus for a bit to just work some things out.
I understand, man. I mean, sometimes I wonder if I should do a hiatus. I mean, when it comes to like that fanfic that I've been working on, Team Terra Force, I've been contemplating of just putting it on hiatus or just continuing it, but I haven't really been writing all that much lately. Computer problems and life,
Mm-hmm.
Like with computer problems, like my computer's been acting weird. Like today, I was trying to, post a journal saying I was gonna stream, but for some reason when I got to DeviantArt, it froze on the journal section when I was trying to make a journal. So I had to restart the tower. That never happened before.
Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that.
Neither do I.
Might be an internet problem or a problem with your browser. Like browsers will often just kind of, especially if there's too many things open, like on your computer will start freezing up.
The only thing
browsers.
that I got is Skype and Discord on right now.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be like there's too much stuff on your hard drive, and if it's like the main drive that you run off of, it might like make the computer go slower, or maybe there's a bunch of freaking stuff that needs to be cleaned out. I wouldn't know. Maybe you gotta defrag it. I don't know about computers. Don't trust me.
Yeah, same here.
What I do is I always go to my friend from Wales in the UK, Alex Horatio. I just message him on Discord. I'm saying, like, I got a computer problem, man. What do I do? Help! And he'll like just calmly tell me, all right, Outlaw, you gotta do this and this and this. And it's, thank God these people exist. It's a free tech man. I don't understand computers. I can understand computer programming, but like fixing computers and stuff, I don't ever put the time into doing those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
Man. Well, on the topic of religion, I'm thinking about like, I've been thinking about Hinduism and Buddhism for quite a while.
I can understand that.
I was very curious about starting to go to a Hindu temple back a couple months ago, but I never went full in with it because I was doing a lot of research about it, but I never read the actual texts themselves. I just never bought the books to read them, but it's still been something that's on my mind because there's a lot of great life lessons in Hinduism, I don't know if I'll become a Hindu or a Buddhist in my lifetime, but there are two things that I definitely wanted to study more and maybe assimilate into.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot to unpack, especially since I've been, researching it and studying it for, I guess, 2
Sa-
years now.
I mostly read all the mythologies of certain religions. Like, what about the mythologies? Like, what do they come from? Like, what are they like? And then the various folklore, like Japanese folklore is a prime example because that has, due to like my consumption of anime, yeah, I'm an anime nerd, but due to my consumption of anime, it basically gives me a sort of doorway to understanding not just about Japanese culture at times, but also the folklore cultures like yokai and stuff, and the religions involving certain types of people.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it just got me interested, you know?
But whatever you have to do, Logan. I didn't think that I would go back to Christianity, but here I am. So you never know where life will take you.
Yeah.
Oh man, my dad's home. My dogs are like freaking out a bunch, so I'm gonna mute.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
I know how you feel. My dogs are the same.
Huh. So, yeah, future of your channel, Mark. What are you planning?
I still want to at least complete my Let's Play of Song Sanctuary, which is probably going to be a bit more trickier considering I got the recent episode. I got to this area and, well, I fought against one of the bosses there and she pretty much just smoked me in a bullet hell. Like, she literally is bullet hell incarnate. And then there's the area called the Pitchwoods, which is also hell. And I don't even know what boss I gotta fight there. And not to mention that, I have no idea where to go after this, because, like, after that, I don't really know. Like, I don't know what to do.
Oh.
But I don't know, I'm just gonna wing it. I mean, I usually do it. It's how I've been able to get by so far. When in doubt, wing it.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. See, I've really been playing a lot of video games aside from Witcher 3. Wanting to finish that up.
That's a good game.
Yes, very. I finished the one DLC, the one with Gontar O'Dim.
Oh god. Now you know who I inspired Sesta from.
Yeah, he's
just
a character.
Just like Gontar O'Dim, I actually looked up, and apparently he's based off of a Russian folklore called, basically a trickster devil. Like, there are signs if you look toward it that guy, Gontar O'Dim, basically can be found at a crossroads. And literally, I think on a full moon or something, and that demon is also found on a crossroads. There's also a lot of other things as well, but I gotta look up the thing for it because it's both enlightening and terrifying.
Yeah, but that's what I like about The Witcher, how it does its fantasy compared to other, I guess, fantasy stories and games.
Yeah,
it's very grounded, I guess would be the word to say, compared to, like, I don't know, Zelda. As much as I like Breath of the Wild, I don't think the fantasy aspect is it's too airy, I guess would be the word to say compared to Witcher.
Yeah, but Witcher 3 is definitely still a great game that you guys have gotta try at least once. I mean, I've been in all 3 of the DLCs on console. Very fun. Very much worth it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really want to see more of it. Maybe I'll focus on Ciri.
Yeah, I kind of want to read the books too.
The books are a bit all over the place, really.
Yeah, I've heard.
But the Witcher, I guess, the Witcher live action show is supposed to be based off of the books.
Yeah, still can't wait until that comes out.
It's gonna be fun. Although I think it's because of the fact though that um the author who wrote it does not like how the Witcher series, the books are basically more well received than the
Oh yeah. Well,
books, the game
yeah.
series. I mean, I can understand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just current trends. You know, people are playing more games than reading books, sadly. And,
Yeah, sad, but it is true.
mm-hmm. What's his name again? Sapowski something something. Yeah, he's wow. He's a bit of a. I wouldn't say he's a. I don't know. He's very old-fashioned, I guess would be the way to say it. Hold on, I gotta
That
pull
would
it.
probably be putting it mildly, I guess.
Yeah, he doesn't think that like different forms of media can like intersect. Like he doesn't think like a movie can connect with a book or tie into a book or vice versa. He's just very old-fashioned. He's kind of like I think it was Gene Siskel, one of those guys. Who doesn't think like video games are art. He's just old.
Didn't Gene Siskel apologize for that statement later, though? Or I might be remembering that wrong, though.
I don't think he did, actually. I'll have to look that up.
Huh. Yeah, because I remember there being a big thing where people were like still mad at him later in the years, and I think he withdrew the statement, but I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah, but
Also,
I remember.
Oh, sorry.
I was just saying. We were just talking about the Witcher, but you can go ahead and mention what you're gonna say. It's nothing.
Yeah, I mute and unmute a whole lot because I live in a living room.
Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're just talking about games. Wait, Com's on? Sweet.
Yes, I am.
The whole family's here, except not really. Can't get Trench.
Except for Trench and Kitty.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine though. If they can come on, that's cool. We're just kind of talking about nothing, just kind of reminiscing.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did Commissar, I was wondering about you specifically, because I think you might have a unique kind of experience with the show to everyone else, because everyone in this call are people who started from the beginning, but how exactly did you get on, and what were your thoughts on that?
Well, Trench invited me into it, so I mean, why not? He's invited me on weird things before, so came into it. I'm not sure what to expect. He said, you guys do reviews, talk about stuff, and really talk about everything, so. But in thoughts of how it was done, I thought it was really well done. I enjoyed coming on when I can. So, I mean, I myself had fun coming on to the show and such.
That's good to hear, because honestly, I wasn't sure if I was, I guess, not taking advantage of you, but like, just like, I don't know, getting in the way of whatever you guys were doing. Like, it wasn't being too much of a burden or anything like that. But I'm glad that you guys actually enjoyed this show, and as long as I did it.
Yeah, if I felt burdened, I would have either A, let you know, because I am very blunt about things. Like, ask Trench, I will tell him when he's doing stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't come back.
Oh, okay. Well, it's good to know. But, yeah. Thanks for everything, you guys. And, I'm not gonna completely, not do the podcast. We might do it again sometime. I'm just kind of taking a break, a hiatus, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. So with if you did come back to this project, would you call it like the D-pad rides again?
Sure, why not? I don't know.
Like make that the first episode. You don't have to call this series the D-pad rides again, because otherwise people may have mixed messages of what the series is about.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, but I'll probably return to this channel. I'll continue to do cool stuff and not so cool stuff, just whatever. I don't know. I'm not really all that into making content all that much anymore right now.
At least you're making it. I mean, I've got stuff that I need to work on, but either I'm just like, I really don't feel like putting this shit up on the internet, or I just go like, God, I sound retarded. I'm not gonna make this.
That's how I sound about most of my videos, but apparently people enjoyed them.
For me, I just basically make videos and then just think about what happens after they're posted.
We'll burn that bridge when we get there, kind of mentality, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I think everyone kind of hates their voice just instinctively when they listen to it. I remember there being some sort of study that it has something to do with like listening to it back from your skull or something. I don't know. There's
it's
like technical
psychological thing. It's when you have what your voice you perceive sounds like. When you say it, when you talk and such, but when you hear it back to you, it doesn't match with what you perceive of what you thought other people sound. So it sounds alien and kind of foreign to you. So it kind of triggers the uncanny valley, because you know it's you, but it doesn't sound like how you think you sound.
It feels like it's not you. Like, I know how that feels. First time I did a video, when I listened to my voice, I'm like, oh my god, do I really sound like that?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's sad.
I think the way to alleviate that is just to like record so many things so many times to where you just get so used to listening to your voice that it's like nothing anymore, and then you can judge it based on the quality of the writing or the speaking or whatever you're doing, and not just, you know, having that Dunning-Kruger effect of thinking you're way worse than you actually are.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give that a try then. Thank you though for actually sharing that. I'm actually gonna try that and see how that works for me.
Yeah, no problem. I've recorded like hundreds and hundreds of vlogs and stuff, so I had to learn just by doing it so many times that you know, you got to get used to listening to your voice, and kind of also I would recommend thinking about like the way you speak and all that, and just think about, okay, how can I make this sound better? How can I make this sound maybe more exciting? Like for me, I used to sound really, really monotone, and when you're recording something, you know, you want to have more like emotion and emphasis in your voice, excuse me. So like it's usually just something to think about, of like, okay, what am I trying to do, and where do I want to get to and all that. But you know, just listening to it and just doing it a whole bunch of times should improve naturally.
Interesting. Yeah.
Would it be like unconscious? Can it be done like unconsciously?
When you're asleep? What do you mean unconsciously?
Like, you want to start changing your voice unconsciously after hearing it a few times.
You mean subconsciously?
Yeah, subconsciously.
Unconscious is you're asleep or you're passed out or getting the Bill Cosby treatment.
Uh-oh.
No, I meant like subconsciously, I guess.
I don't know.
I would say it changes to some extent, but it really depends on just who you are. Like, you definitely get used to it more, and because you're getting used to it more, and you're getting more comfortable with it, you just start to speak with less nervousness, you know?
For me, it's because of the fact I can't really form words.
Yeah,
I
can
can't
relate
form
to you
words
there.
all that well.
Like I say a lot and I mess up a lot of the time, like mid sentence, and I'll start like hanging on a certain word, and it's really annoying. It's something that I've tried to remedy for a long time.
For me, I think it might be a speech impairment or something, because I've had that problem too. Like, I think I just like zone out. I forget words. I don't even remember terms. I think it's just
Yeah.
maybe
Could be a
like,
thing you're just not used to speaking fluently.
yeah, it's because I've
like-
usually just sorry. It's just like usually like right now, like whenever someone like a bunch of people are talking, I just sit there and listen. I've done that like almost all my life, so literally that might be it. I'm surprisingly a speaker when I want to be. It's just when I need to be is the problem.
Yeah, and for me, like, I don't use the words like or too much, mostly because I've done public speaking, I've done debates and stuff like that. But that's experience that I've had prior to and such.
Yeah. Like once you start noticing that that's a problem, and then once you get the experience of trying to not do that, and you try to carry it on from just talking to people regularly, then it becomes a hard set thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's really cool that you do that.
Yeah. Well, it's just things that I've done. I mean, I'm an asshole at heart, so I have to know how to debate people.
Yeah. Yeah. Debating is fun when there's not a lot of vitriol in the atmosphere, and when you're not necessarily like hurting people's feelings, which I don't like to do, but I think sometimes it is necessary just to like get a lesson in somebody's head, if they really messed up. But I mean, just like normal debates, like if you're gonna debate the state of the elective branch or something, there's not a lot to get offended there. So I tend to just like speaking just calmly with somebody over stuff like that. And when everyone starts getting angry and is like, how dare you, I sweared on my daughter's birth that I would be loyal to my party, and it's like, okay, there's a little bit too much personal investment here. I might want to back out.
Well, the other thing as well, like when it comes to actually doing debates, not every topic, and this is from when I've done debates in classes and such too, not every topic you're going to debate about is going to be something you agree upon. Hell, even there's one of my favorite quotes from Aristotle is, a sign of an intelligent mind is to explore another concept or perspective, but not accept it as your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I read
I
Ayn
butchered
Rand.
that quote, but pretty much that is what it equates to.
Yeah. It's a very good place to be in, to like always be trying to listen to the other side, and to always be trying to explore just what they're about, just to understand them better. A lot of the time I do it out of respect for certain friends of mine, because I have friends who are kind of conservative or kind of like far right, and I'll often do research just about what their beliefs are from the people who are spouting those beliefs or came up with them. And once you really go down that rabbit hole, what they believe starts to make a lot more sense. I mean, I don't believe it, but it's just,
You understand where they're coming from, though, at least.
yeah, exactly. And I think that's a great tool to have, just as like a social skill, and as you said, like an intelligence type of skill, where you can start to connect with people more just because you understand them better. And it makes your beliefs better too, because you can look at their arguments and then make your arguments for your stuff even better.
Oh yeah, and also if you hold yourself to a belief system, if you're not able to and this is a thing that irks me with people nowadays, is when they say like, oh, we can't allow certain people speak. It's, if you can't use words to combat someone else's ideas, how strong do you really support, or how strong do you actually know the subject that you're promoting?
Yeah, exactly.
If you can't provide a counter argument. And that's something that always irks me. Not to go too political, but like with modern day communists as an example, most of them don't know many principles of communism itself. I've studied it. I've also read like other stuff like by Milton Friedman, the complete opposite, the whole make everything legalized kind of argument too. So I mean, and that's one thing that irks me, is when people tote around like a belief flag, but they don't know how to express their beliefs. Like, I understand where like you may not be very vocal in like phrasing your words, but when you can't even pinpoint what you believe. I guess.
I think especially with communism, a lot of the people who like go around with hammers and sickles and all that, a lot of these people are just like college kids who feel very afraid, and so they go to something like Antifa and they go around punching Nazis just because they're really scared of the state of things right now. And they don't necessarily like fully understand or believe like Marx or Lenin or, you know, Mao's theoretical contributions or anything like that. They just sort of go ahead with it.
They jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, they take up the identity without fully understanding what exactly the stance is. And a lot of those people are just like normal liberals or social democrats and stuff like that, but they just have the imagery there.
Oh yeah.
The politics is it's a very diverse place because everyone takes part in it, and so you get a lot of, you know, just very misinformed people, especially with like how the state of politics is right now, where it's basically just a game of sports where you say my team is better than yours, no, my team is better than yours, especially in like the last election where the two candidates were basically exactly the same in a lot of ways.
Than the other, and then we find out Russia basically meddled in it just to bring.
There's no proof of that.
Even with that, like when it comes to collusion or like trying to interfere with elections, that's something every country does. Russia has been doing it to us. We've been doing it to Russia. It's a power game. That's why we have intelligence agencies who do sometimes devote energy to try
a game where one side tries to win, but no one wins if we all lose everything.
Well, I mean, just based on like the Russia thing that happened recently, there's very little actual proof that happened, but I mean, you know, it should be investigated.
There's the collusion things, but like,
there is the investigation.
So far, we know that Russia has had an active hand of trying to play with things, but there's no evidence that it's been from the aid of like our elected officials or anything. Yeah. And even with the report, as of right now, it does say that even the people who were involved or affected didn't even realize they were aiding in collusion.
Yeah. And
that's how intelligence agencies operate, is you infiltrate, you spread information, misinformation, counterintelligence, and cover up your tracks. I mean, if you had officials like knowingly support you, what they could always do is just turn you in, and guess what? Your whole operation falls apart.
Yeah, and plus the U.S. has been interfering with basically not everybody's election, but a hell of a lot of them, you know, or funding coups to overthrow elected governments, like democratically elected governments. The U.S. is, especially in Latin America, has supported doing.
That's actually something I've read about, is that 101 years ago, one of the U.S. presidents basically said that Puerto Rican citizens would all be citizens of the U.S. Now, Puerto Ricans are just citizens in name only. We're not actually citizens. We can't represent our flag in we can't represent our flag in school. We're barely talked about, and no aid has come to us ever since that hurricane hit. Literally, we're just I'm just surprised we haven't just been like, screw it. You know what? All of Latin America should unite into one government just to prove the U.S. a point. Before so that's going to lead a whole mess of problems. But
yeah,
I don't
because
think that
culturally, like, different countries of Latin America hate each other. Like, if you ever speak with someone from Costa Rica and bring up Nicaraguans, Costa Ricans are not fond of Nicaraguans at all. Like, I've been there, and like, the way they kind of view them is like how some people in the South view Mexicans. They're people who just cross the border to try to take our money. That's how some Costa Ricans will view them.
And there's a lot of drugs in Nicaragua as well, so I think a lot of people in Latin America have a bad view of them. The same with like indigenous people in Bolivia. Like a lot of people don't like those people.
the whole freaking world hates itself and everyone else in it. So it's just wondering how long until boom.
Yeah.
And again, this is why we need the God Emperor.
Yeah, boy.
Admittedly, I'm actually in favor of that. If the God Emperor can actually save us, I will be full on in. I want to see where this goes.
Wow, that got really really political. I liked it though. We handled it well compared to most people.
I feel like on the D-pad sometimes, I said this a lot of times, that like sometimes the politics gets too out of hand, or like, I came here to listen to video games, guys, what's going on? And like, what's his name, Dragonking Mark will just go on his like anti-Trump sentiment about we're all gonna die and I'm gonna get in my bomb shelter and I'm gonna have my AK-47 and my MP5 ready.
My glorious Soviet-made AK-47.
Yeah, he's got his freaking Stalin flag there behind him, and he's got all the armor there.
I'm just the cynic here. I just like, literally, this whole world is just going to hell. No one's doing anything to stop it. I'm just wondering, is life even worth living in this world?
You can't compare yourself as a cynic to me. I think actively, like, if I were a commissar who was recognized by the U.S. with actual power, there would be purges. Not gonna lie. And Antifa is. I would start with Antifa. They cover their faces and they cause chaos, just like gene stealer cultists. They hide themselves, they hide their mutations under black garment. They get other people to join in, so that way not everyone is a gene stealer, but they're just misled people. But they're all like affected by a hive mind. That's why they're coordinated enough to fuck shit up. People say it's the internet helping them. No, they're gene stealer cultists. We need to purge them. We need to defend humanity.
The Great Purge, the best decision.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Vote for Commissar. Commissar Trench 2020.
Commissar Trench, the exact opposites politically, but
Exactly.
they're both running on the same ticket.
Exactly.
Trench is like the charismatic guy. He's like, Trench is like the Trump where everyone just likes him, and like he's up here doing all the cool charisma stuff, and then behind the scenes, Commissar is really just he's the puppet master.
I can literally picture that.
Oh man, yeah, Trench 2020. Come on, let's do it. I'm with him.
Oh my gosh, then if I had that power, I would I would discontinue and disband ROTC programs in favor of a new program, the Imperial Guard Cadet Training Program. So that way we can start kids off being ready to defend their planet in the name of the Emperor.
And maybe some other people's planets too, if need be.
I just love how you just say that in the name of the Emperor and, well, someone else's planet, maybe a few planets.
Invade Canada and Greenland and Mexico.
Oh yeah, the banner of the Emperor will fly above all. Humanity will be united in an era of prosperity.
Until the Horse Heresy happens, and then we're all screwed.
We need to give the Haitians nukes.
Why?
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
We must defend the Haitians from Commissar. Give them nukes. Yeah.
Yes. Oh boy.
Just wait till they have an earthquake. Then all the underground are just gonna like. Oh God. Haiti would sink into the ocean at that point. That's long-term thinking, Logan. That solves problems, or causes them.
Yeah.
Probably both.
Maybe both. It's fixing a problem and creating one at the same time.
Literally, I can imagine so many things happening. Like, what would what would like happen if an earthquake hit North Korea?
I mean, they have like a lot of freaking what's it called?
Nukes.
Weather problems all the time. Like they have monsoons constantly, which destroys a lot of their farming. Although they've made technical advancements to make that problem less bad, but
So does
They
Puerto
didn't. They just
Rico.
learned how to like starve citizens better.
I mean, like the farming there has improved, but like the monsoons are like a huge problem to their farms. But yeah, like I'm sure with nuclear technology there are provisions that are made to keep the bombs from blowing up if there's just an earthquake or something. Like in order for them to have so many nukes in these countries for as long as there has to be a way that they protected from like minor weather problems.
Yeah.
Though, you think after what happened with all this hurricane season that's been going on, you think like Puerto Rico would basically have already planned like ahead with this.
Oh my
With everything
god, we
that
should give
happened,
Puerto
just-
Rico nukes. Then they can start the uprising, the Latin American uprising funded by Raul Castro.
No, funded by Horse.
Admittedly, and I might as well say this now, I would probably be one of the people who would join the uprising.
The Beta uprising.
I was gonna say, be careful, Mark. I am not one who is squeamish at the thought of crushing rebellions.
You would probably be dead even before you realize what the hell just happened. Boom. Oh,
Nonsense.
what
It's
just...
called decoys. Like if I became president, I would not stay in the White House.
Fair point.
Mostly
surprised
because
that
I know like I would cause shit. Whether it be intentional or not, or something would happen.
Oh,
They
God,
know,
just
like,
because
if
it's
you
something-
want to, like, destroy the presidency, you would... A foreign power would just have to destroy the White House. They'd have a good chance of taking the president out. I'm not going to give anyone the luxury to have that opportunity with me.
You see, when I ultimately become the God Emperor of the world, what I'm going to do is put all of the Chads into gulags and instill the Beta uprising.
Jesus Christ. Implying betas know how to use a weapon.
Exactly.
They just form into a human unit. Like, instead of nuclear bombs, we just put all of the betas together into, like, a unit and then just shoot them out of a cannon.
Yeah, they're like Pikmin, basically.
Why do I imagine you doing that?
Now I'm just imagining, like, what would the different types of betas with the Pikmins be like? I have a feeling blue would be like the otakus.
Oh my God, I actually remember this one funny ass scene from an animated video. This kid named Socks kind of killed himself, and the
Oh,
devil.
God.
Yeah, it was a bit of an accident because
Oh.
he had.
Oh, okay, it's like a
Oh,
joke.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Mephistopheles, he was like, "I'm renovating hell," and he just opened the door. You see like a green flame, and then you just see the it looks like the gluttons and I forgot it was the gluttons and the gang members are having a turf war, and the murderers are talking with the TV executives. That can't be good for anybody. The murderers or the TV executives? Either. And I just literally laughed at that part because literally, when I showed that, David and I just went to talking. He was like, "What would happen with the gamers? Like, what would they be?"
Gamergate?
No, the gamers would probably be at war with the Wrathfuls because they would just be bitching about pretty much everything from graphics to characters to anything, and the Wrathfuls would just be like inciting them.
Oh no, the gamers would chew themselves up because you have the retro gamers and then the modern gamers and all that.
Yeah,
and
the retro gamers.
the PC and the console wars. Like you've got already 4 factions just off of that.
Throw in the Wrathful guys, and it's gonna be an all-out war.
Hey, what about mobile gamers? Shouldn't that have a faction?
I'm pretty sure the mobile gamers would be dead.
Yeah, probably would have a faction. I mean, they probably would be the shortest lived of them all because other like cringy gamer this would be the battle of autism of the
PC
like,
wins.
You have all these scrawny, pasty ass white boys in hell just fighting each other over like what piece of fucking media was better.
Your waifu is trash.
Raffles are just like holding gladiatorial just like they put them they build a gladiatorial arena. They put them in the gamers in the arena and have them watch them fight to the death. And it's just like this is just great entertainment. And the sloths are just watching them and like sitting in their chairs drinking, and they're like, "This is fucking worth it."
Oh, could you imagine like there's like swords and maces in there, but they're all like too beta. They don't really know how to pick them up too much, or they're complaining like, "This isn't a katana."
They're screwed. And then when I mentioned like, what about the anime? What about the anime and manga, the otakus and the lustful ones? And we literally just stated they would probably get along pretty damn well.
Oh.
They would probably just get along pretty well. Like they'd be in business with them.
This picture.
Yeah, that's just like a pic. That's just like something I can honestly imagine. The sloths would probably be watching the gamers murder each other.
Who's the cure?
And
okay.
I'm trying to remember the sloth. I don't know what the pride guys would be up to.
They'd be making unboxing videos.
More or less, or vines.
Oh man, Logan Paul.
I'm pretty sure Logan will be lynched. Eternally.
Not under my government. I'd be giving that dude an award.
For what? Acting like an asshole and making Americans and foreigners look bad?
Yes.
I just remembered, do you guys remember, this game called Hunt the Free Man?
I think I heard about it.
Yeah, Keemstar's president in that game.
We're all gonna die.
Yes.
Well, that's why they surrendered in under like 7 hours. Jesus Christ.
Oh. Just the real Keem trying to negotiate with these aliens. No.
Instead of like trying to negotiate money or technology, he's trying to like influence them to subscribe to his channel.
Yeah. Okay, what is this? I'm just looking at all these pictures. Ukraine summons Sub-Zero to fight. Okay.
Oh, I heard about that. That is just hilarious. Bring out Sub-Zero.
Why is he just... I don't know. I'm not gonna ask. I'm just gonna let it happen. Just enjoy it.
Oh, if we're going downhill, let me set the bar so low, everyone else will seem like they have the moral high ground compared to me.
There is no such
That's kind of hard.
high ground.
Are you sure?
Oh no!
What did I say?
Outlaw.
Yes, no, it was calm. He posted that.
Oh my.
Oh, that was awesome.
Like I said, I
bad.
was setting the bar so low. Everything else posted after me seems a lot better.
That is just so awful, but I love it.
It's so awful, yet we all know it to be true.
10 out of 10.
Well, we're all going to hell for this. Well, here we are.
Yeah. So much for being born again.
Let's just sit back and watch the gamers maul each other's faces off.
Those
Oh,
damn feminists.
okay. Let's see if you. Okay, I'm not even gonna say this. I was gonna read it, but no.
He is
We
even
are
worse
about
than a
to-
Jew. He is, may Allah forgive me for uttering this word, someone who prefers Fallout 3 over New Vegas.
Oh god. Just say that at a Bethesda con and watch.
Fallout 3 is better than New Vegas.
Oh.
Oh no, I'm gonna.
That's how you get lynched at the.
Oh god. Oh jeez.
Fortunately, I have no memes to give. Hold on, let me see. If I
Oh
can
man,
find
I
one.
actually.
This
I think
one's
I,
wholesome.
I think I remember a good meme. God, I need to remember what it was. Oh yeah, it was the
Wholesome image.
it was the Co-op Shop podcast when they did the whole amoebocalypse thing.
Mhm.
They would do like a podcast and they were talking about the amiibos and how like Nintendo would just print out just one, scatter them all over the world, and people would just murder each other to get one. And like people will murder each other over this, and then it just becomes like the world just devolves into a state of anarchist Mad Max, and like there's and it becomes like the amiibos become like deified by the various factions. You got like the Captain Planet industrialist with like coughing and all the poison types. You got the nature conversationalist with the grass. You got like the Fire Clan would basically be like that one guy from Mad Max, the flaming guitar.
This
And then-
man I just posted in chat looks like he's ready for World War III.
Have like an
Thank
army.
you.
Yeah.
No, that's not me.
Oh, okay.
It's the lol cow.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'll post something I found on Twitter. I'll check my Twitter and see if there's any good memes, memes.
10 out of 10 memes.
Give us all the memes.
No
Yes.
maymays. No maymays. This is a wholesome show.
Okay, sure. Here's a wholesome one, I guess. I don't know.
You goddamn gamers.
That's right. Massage nerds.
You hate women just as much as my dad did.
Like it's just what resulted in shit posting.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that one.
Battle of Bulge. Oh, notices Bulge. What's this?
Oh god, this is actually pretty good.
What is?
This beam. 575 haiku baru. It's poetry in motion.
Let's see.
Damn it.
Oh, ooh. This one's kind of late, but sure, why not? I'll post it anyway. Hold on, save. Oh, this is so bad.
Oh. God damn.
We're just literally shitposting right now. I don't know, between 5 and 34. What? Send me a pic. Oh no, this is hilarious. This is just fitting. The age of man is over.
Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah. It says she chose it. Oh, it's beautiful. It's my new Splatoon OC.
Did you guys hear about the new Splatoon DLC coming out?
Here's a beautiful bath toy.
Yeah, I have, Mark. You get to play as an Octoling, whatever.
Admittedly, that is cool.
Yeah, Nintendo Direct always delivers. Still want to play F-Zero.
Poverty is an epidemic.
Yeah, what else is? Oh no, I was not gonna say that. It's bad.
Sit back,
Say
relax,
it.
and just read.
Well, it's not that
Or
bad. I was-
type it, at least.
Geez, I forgot. It's pretty inane, in all honesty. I was just gonna say Pac-Man Fever. I don't know why that just came into my head. It was so cringy.
Pac-Man makes it rain money.
Pac-Man.
Cash money.
More like packing a bomb for Allah.
Welcome to you. Now get out.
Nukes are a lie.
Nothing in this world matters. Your existence is a lie.
Have you seen this video by this YouTuber called Weavlos? It's called "Nukes Are a Lie and You Have Autism." This was a guy who he's a political refugee in the Ukraine, and he was in Lebanon for a while, but he's been blacklisted from a lot of places because he was a hacker essentially. And he writes for this alt-right website called The Daily Stormer.
Gosh. No,
yeah.
they're not even all right. They're just Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
They are in the few instances where you can say that and actually be honest. The Daily Stormer is one of those people, one of those groups you can say are actually Nazis.
Yeah.
You wanna know? You wanna know who else can? Well, technically, you wanna know who else is a cult? The NRA. They're literally a cult with guns.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, anti-gun sentiment, guys.
Oh no.
Come on. I'm
Well, no,
pro-guns.
I'm pro-gun, but I'm not pro-NRA.
Yeah.
I can admit that. Like, you want to have a gun to defend yourself and all that. That much I can respect. But
And defend the God Emperor's domain.
Oh,
when the
Leave
God
those
Emperor
peasant red guards.
Tell you what, when the God Emperor descends, I'm pretty sure we're all going to be needing guns for the inevitable regime change that will happen.
Yes.
Although, where
when,
will it start?
Kim Jong-un comes in and takes us over.
Or King Arthur comes back from the dead to lead Britain into a new land of prosperity.
Also, by the way, this image that I just posted is this is Mark's favorite shirt.
Well, he isn't, so that's true.
Concerned. Nigga, I ain't gay. I'm gonna get that shirt now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually that's might become official Chromasticator's merch. So you could buy this shirt theoretically. We just need to get the shirts rolled out, but yeah, that might become a real thing.
Oh right. One thing I actually remembered is that I think that there's official Spyro the Dragon shirts being made. They're going to be released this month, I think, to honor the remaster being announced.
Oh, cool.
Huh.
I know
Am
I'm
I
gonna try.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, I know I probably might get one. Sure. I also am going to definitely be pre-ordering it because Spyro. I told it to my brother, and he was like, "I knew you were gonna say that." As I told him, I'm like, "This is Spyro we're talking about."
What the hell is Spyro?
It was an IP created by not Naughty Dog, Insomniac.
Yeah.
You play as a little purple dragon named Spyro, and you end up going around various worlds.
Okay, so it's a very hoppy IPA then?
It's more of a action adventure collectathon game, like Banjo-Kazooie.
How do you drink that then? I mean, I can understand with hoppy and stuff.
Alcohol joke. Okay. Haha. Funny.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Everyone here like
Joff
Jeff
Wars.
Thu?
Oh,
Freaking Jeff Thu, guys, am I
dude.
right?
Oh. Oh no.
Jeff Thu, Giga, Ditchy Pro, guys, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go support his Patreon.
Yeah,
He has one.
patreon.com/Jeff Thu, or Mother's Basement, or whatever. Don't give it.
I kind of like Mother's Basement. He's funny.
Yeah, he's cool. I like Mother's Basement as well, but he's a lol cow. He's like, he kind of makes himself a joke anyway, so I guess he wants it, but he's a funny joke to me.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Yeah. What a funny boy.
Oh, I've seen this one. The JoJo Link. It's good.
Is it
Yeah. Jesus, the resolution on this picture is so shit. What is it supposed to say?
Ooh, yeah.
The one I just posted?
It's like 2007.
It says, "A vote for Outlaw Harvest is a vote for anarchy. Protect the motherland from foreign evils."
Protect
Okay.
the motherland from like terrible picture formatting.
Hey, it's like 2007 Fortune. I like it.
Yeah.
It's
This ought
classic.
to be
It's vintage.
entertaining.
You know what vintage means, right?
No.
Shit someone found in their garage and they're trying to pawn off to you.
Oh, yeah.
This is another outlaw meme.
Oh yeah. I used that one as
A
as a thumbnail. Yeah. Let's see.
That
What?
never gets old. What's missing in your life?
Oh jeez.
Thanks for everything.
I'll add that at the end.
Gosh. You know that's where that song came from, right?
Yeah, it's from Megas XLR. It was
Yeah.
a good show.
By the way, did you guys get that about Smash?
What?
I want to smash.
New Smash Bros.
Oh yeah. There's all the new characters like Goku and Shrek and Jimmy Neutron.
And AVGN.
But still no fucking Dokies, because
No.
god damn
Doki
it, they're a
Doki,
bunch
my
of
favorite album.
I don't even want to. Oh god, not Doki Doki.
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. Oh, what a good game.
Yeah, I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know.
you need to.
I might.
We still need to actually get Trench to play it.
And then we need to play. Yeah, then we need to play what's that one game? There's like this visual novel. It's like about these cat guys.
Oh, I want to play this.
Nikojishi?
Yeah, we're gonna play that too. It's gonna be a double
Nico
feature.
Doga.
It's amazing how I actually know about that. And again, I have been curious about it.
Yeah, bi curious.
Oh.
No, I don't know.
I'll read them. I'll read voices.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's gay or not, but whatever.
The embodiment of the red menace.
Okay, well.
But you know, if anything,
Oh shit, I forgot
visual.
about this image.
Going on about visual novels, I mean, I gotta say some of them are good, some of them are bad, some definitely need a lot of work. But,
Uh-huh.
I mean, I remember this one. Oh my god, that's an OD.
Brings over to Bark.
What is it?
So, like,
To chill a mockingbird.
oh my god.
Oh, I've seen all of these actually now. So I've been in your Discord.
Yeah, they've never died. Just so you know, D. These have never died.
You should add me to your Discord so I can shitpost there too.
It's actually dead now. It used to be like the Discord used to be huge. Like there would be new members coming in all the time, but it died out because I kind of just got tired of it and it would take up too much of my time. So I kind of left, and then other people stopped posting after a while, and then it died. But it used to be really, really fun. Trench, I think Trench is still in there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen to this Discord. I'll just have it open. Talk about things and stuff.
Also, when I edit this, I think I'm gonna put these images in so people can see what we're talking about. Because it's kind of weird to just have us laughing about stuff just on the podcast, so I'm gonna edit them in.
Okay, yeah, I'll send you the
Just
files.
gonna have some slideshows.
Yeah. Like, have them come in as like, timed with as we're talking about them, I guess. But yeah, just send me the file over, D, when it's done.
Yeah, and then I'll upload it. Okay. So, after all of this, any closing words? Let's see, how long have we been going? About an hour or so.
Oh yeah, T, this. That reminds me, I gotta show you something that a friend of mine showed me.
Okay.
It's actually a link. Don't worry, it's
Better not be illegal.
It ain't illegal.
Oh, got that cheese pizza, Mark. I know what you did.
Oh god. And like that, we're now on my watch list. Thank you, Logan.
That's right.
Oh,
Really what I want.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Let's see what this is. Oh.
Yeah. A friend of mine pointed out that tomorrow is a birthday for voice actress.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wonderful. That's good.
Oh god. We are going to hell.
Don't attack the chosen
The
people.
devil with the body of a devil with a heart of a human. I am devil man.
Obama?
Oh. Okay, this is.
Obama will be remembered for one thing and one only, as the first black president. Nothing more, nothing less.
Pretty much.
Now, if we could just get an American president or a Native American president.
Castro for the win.
No, not Castro. We said it for too long.
Yeah, we'll just dig him up. We'll just dig him up and reincarnate him like freaking Frankenstein. I was watching interviews with him for like 3 hours the other day.
Yeah.
But this is just what I do. Jeez.
No, nothing else to add to that? You're just gonna say, I watched some interviews for 3 hours of him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Main characters are boring. Everybody loves the jerks.
Yeah, that last part there, it just basically explained this entire podcast in a few minutes.
We've reached levels of autism that should not be physically possible.
Yeah,
Levels of
pretty much.
autism only God has witnessed.
That's even funnier with you saying it. Oh, jeez. Well, thank you all for listening to Feminist Frequency, and donate to our Patreon. That's lacygreen.patreon.com, and yeah, it was a good time.
Now give us your money.
That's right, we gotta fight the patriarchy.
Yeah, I gotta fight the patriarchy by just opening your wallet.
No, we have to fight the patriarchy.
Oh,
I mean, we have to find a way to blame Mark on this.
That's right.
Marky Mark.
That's right. Have you seen his folders or his DeviantArt favorites?
Oh, like you're any better.
I know. I'm trying to change. Okay.
Now I'm curious. Someone link me his DeviantArt.
Oh no.
No, thank
A
you.
lot of cheese.
Why you wanna have an experience too? Not a good one, but let's just end this. This is getting bad.
Listening to Pseudo Scorpion over there.
Oh no.
I don't think anyone here knows what that is.
We're definitely the destroyer when we beat him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna nod and not say anything. Okay.
Cataclysm.
I'm just looking at this GIF of someone put Patrick and Squidward in that new Dragon Ball Z fighter game.
Oh my god, I would love that so much.
And here comes the giant fist.
That would be awesome.
That's a 10 out of 10 right there. I wish that would be real. Like, I really want, like, a Dragon Ball Z SpongeBob crossover fighting game, but it's never gonna happen and it makes me sad. I gotta make it. I gotta make that game.
That's right, the power of the internet, anything is possible.
Yeah,
Decent sensibilities.
No.
Yep.
And love.
You know, when I become a game dev, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put SpongeBob and DBZ characters crossing over with one another.
I have like other Cartoon Network or not Nickelodeon shows as like this. I don't know.
Drake and Josh. Ned's Declassified. Zoe 101.
Why is it all the live action characters? You just put nothing but the live action people.
Yes. And then you get a cameo from Corey in the house. Yeah, I mean, he was an anime, so it makes sense with Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, this is a good episode. This is a good send off.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can ignite the podcast and send it off in a ship.
Yep. It's the real spirit of the show. Now we can blow up the podcast like the nuke that was planned to blow up the moon in the 50s.
Later, Paladudes. We.
Later, Palestines, you're getting killed.
10 votes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll see you
You
guys.
gotta watch the Voltron. That situation was just amazing.
I just found an awful picture here.
Okay, one more, and then we're done.
If I can find the way there.
Oh, God have mercy on all of us.
4chan level cack.
How'd you know? No.
I really was Christina Chan all along. Oh no! This image.
Tripping.
Oh, dang, there's something I wanted to show you guys, but I can't remember. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
I gotta bring up.
I love how that picture prompts up for you to like.
I don't know, I could just edit in this clip. It's actually like a sound clip. Where is it? Come on. Oh, here we go. I think this is it. Oh no. Poor kitty. She just has to sift through this. Oh, I feel bad.
Now like screen cap and stuff.
What?
No.
Oh no. How is it? Oh, jeez.
Oh. No. I'm so sorry.
Oh crap! I didn't realize. I did not realize Kitty was still alive.
Oh no.
Oh, she's too wholesome for this world. I gotta find a wholesome image to. Okay, this image should be wholesome.
What is it? Oh.
She has a message for you.
Quick.
Anon, please improve yourself. I'm scared for your health.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Just Monica.
Let me see if I can find a legit good image that isn't awful.
well, that's like your opinion, man.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Oh man, the Big Lebowski. Oh, I forgot about this.
My life is a never-ending,
Gosh. This is the Black Panther rally. Ajik Pai shows up on screen.
I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna burn that place down.
There.
There's a little
Stop staring
black
at me
dude
with
with pencils in his hair on screen, and Ajik Pai is just up there eating popcorn.
Pretty sure everyone's just gonna be going after IG Pie after that.
Oh man, I found an outlaw image.
Oh, sure. You look like a cheap communist stripper.
Yes, there's more outlaw.
You see, comrade, when you dance, you get more rubles. Now dance.
I will now perform my people's traditional dance.
It never ends. I love it.
It's like one of my controversial pictures right there.
It's like I try to post something somewhat decent.
Oh,
and
wow.
It just gets buried. This is good.
Oh, this is wholesome.
Okay. Yeah.
This Japanese kid reading Konosuba.
Yeah, like I
Right, native dance.
Okay. Well. Yeah. This is amazing.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I saw that on TG.
Oh, was it under the one of the Warhammer threads? Because I saw that posted in one of those earlier today.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, this one's
Here's a real wholesome one. Macroeconomics 2. He's just hiding it in a hentai book.
Oh, what a night.
Good. Oh, shit, there's one that there was a picture I found where it was of like Seto Kaiba yelling at a kid, and it's he says, "You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck." He's just shouting at a little kid. Where is that?
Also, Commissar, you might like this.
Why? Sorry. Oh no.
Yeah, I think she knows we're just messing around. Just having
Oh, okay. Oh man, I forgot about this image. I found that on Baby.
Ew, you go on there.
Sometimes, not really. Jeez. What a hot, spicy Mamma Mia meme time. God.
Oh yeah, like Logan, did you see the weird like American soldier picture visiting Japan?
No. Oh wait, was it posted earlier?
It was posted in the Discord on one of the. Here, I'll just post it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not in the Discord anymore, actually. I think I left that.
Okay. So there's
Oh,
your chance to see it.
Oh, that's really good. That's a another picture. Oh my god, I forgot about this.
Yes, because you lost the charm, right?
Drake!
That was actually a really good show.
Yeah, Drake and Josh was great. I love that show.
Oh, here. Oh god.
Oh boy.
MLP, guys.
Why?
It's a good show.
Oh, we all know that's gonna happen.
Baby Smalls. Oh. Oh.
Okay, now I have to post that picture. Hold up.
How can it be worse than that?
Oh, just you wait. I'm just like skimming through my shit posting folder right now, see if I can find it.
I don't know what's funnier, the fact that you have that picture or the fact that you have a shit posting folder.
I do too.
What the?
Oh no, like my shit posting folder is actually organized. There we go. I forgot I categorized this picture already.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay, yeah, that one was good.
Perfect girls don't exist.
They don't. Oh, I mean, women don't exist.
That's right. Dude, they're a myth.
Jeez, you guys really need to go out then.
I hardly go out. Oh my god.
don't wanna roast Mark by posting this in here, but
Do it. Do it.
it was in his favorites, and it's actually objectively pretty funny, and just how weird it is. Okay, I'm sorry, Mark.
I'm still waiting on Outlaws to load. Oh god.
Black Mesa. Okay, here it is.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
That's most controls ever.
That's just a taste of some of the interesting things on DeviantArt.
Oh no, I DeviantArt is like enough to traumatize me at times. Like, if I go through to try to buy something, I do have to detox afterwards as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wait till you try for Affinity.
Oh, yeah.
Why
No.
would I even go there?
Yeah, you want him to die?
What, you don't go there every day?
I used to, not anymore.
Like,
giving-
implying that would be any of my pain.
Oh, it's very like.
Here's something wholesome though.
JoJo.
Aw.
I like this meme that I'm a furry on the show. That's been a meme for a while. That like for a whole bunch of episodes, I'd be like, guys, furries are like good, dude. Even though like I literally hate furries, or not furries themselves, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, the people actually
Yeah.
involved.
The culture.
It's cancer. It's just awful.
Some
Yeah,
of the people are nice, it's just the culture is messed up.
yeah. And you know what I hate is that these furries like they keep invading H and B. Like, I'll go on there and people are just spamming furry stuff, and it's terrible.
Going on 8chan, well, I've got a picture here for you then. Logan laughs because secretly on the inside he's crying.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, I've never had a chance to like roast someone with a Netsuki meme. Thank you for giving me that chance, Logan.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Because, you know, the D-pad, it's all about family.
Yeah. Yeah, the analysis video right there. The D-pad and family. Nostalgia.
And the D.
Yeah, we all know the reason we go on the D-pad is because we want the D.
Speaking of the D.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Now to destroy the wholesomeness again. I think I broke Dan with that
Okay.
Yeah, I actually broke it. Holy shit.
Oh no. Oh, why is that so funny? So bad.
Holy shit, you actually broke him. I'm proud of you.
Oh, he likes that 13.
Yeah, it reminds me of my childhood.
Hey, Dad, what's for dinner? Boom.
Oh, that's awful.
I feel like I brought up some fresh childhood memories.
I just start crying.
I got a 4chan meme.
Oh, that hurt my stomach. Ow.
What a good thing.
This is truly what the D-pad is about. Is that disgust?
Niggas to gods.
Oh, that's some white Israelite stuff. Those people.
I think we all just need to accept race realism is a fact. Like, come on, guys. This is. We've proven that despite being 13% of the population, blacks cause 52% of crimes.
It's inflated crime statistics, that's all.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
Did you know the lowest IQs in the world are mainly in black populated countries?
Oh god.
Really?
Boy, I can't wait to move to Kenya.
No, I've moved to Wakanda.
What we gotta do is
Wakanda,
we need to take a D-pad field trip to Uganda.
you know the way to Uganda.
Oh god.
You know
We
the
have,
way.
we have to raise money too, so we can have like Ugandan knuckle shirts printed out and just start giving them out to people. This is an okay thing, right? It's not off.
Yeah, this is the brand here.
Yeah, there
We got to license the D-pad as a company.
No, a charity organization.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes. We're giving clothes to African kids.
Oh god. But on the other side, like, they would have like the spiciest shirts ever, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll have like anti-Latin American shirts and freaking Ugandan knuckles and whatever mean.
Say no to Pedro.
No, first, I have a game plan for what we do before the God Emperor Man comes. First, we unite all of Latin America. After that, the rest just follows pretty much itself.
I vote we unite all of one China. That's a reference.
I don't get it.
The one China policy in the...
Oh.
Careful there, Logan.
This is a mess. How are you gonna add all these into the video?
I'm gonna download all of them.
Oh no.
He's probably he's probably doing that for two reasons. One, so that way he can have them to like shitpost with. But two, to add them to the video. Adding them to the video is a secondary thought, though. He needs to come up with a reason to justify why he's downloading these.
Yeah, more or less. That's what happens every time I download a Digibrony MLP video.
Ah,
Yeah, I hate Jews, yeah.
I don't know. I just imagine Mark saying that. Like this character just.
Mark is the most anti-Semitic man.
Why?
I just imagine a dragon just like flying
Every
down.
day we stray further from God.
Not only is Mark a known pedophile and sexist, he's also an anti-Semitic man and officer wizard of the KKK.
But on the plus side, he will never touch a Jewish boy. Just saying. Sometimes you gotta look at the positive.
Yeah.
God, I feel like
That's what
the D-pad is now becoming Pull the podcast.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's why I'm here.
Like I don't even fucking use Pull.
I mostly go on lefty poll because like poll itself has gotten kind of bad now. And like HN poll is a little bit better, but like
I don't even go to HN, dude.
I go there like every day. Oh, jeez, I'm doxing myself now.
Like at least like with me, if I go on the chans, I'm on like wholesome boards and stuff.
Yeah, like TG, VR,
TG, VG, like shit posting in there, right? And just having a good time. Then we've got 8chan.
Yeah. There are some kind of wholesome boards on HM, like Hiki, or the Hikikomori board. Like, you'd think that place would be super, super depressing, but there's actually a great sense of community there, and like, the people on there actually really care about each other, which is very strange. Like, one of the reasons why some people there became Hikikomori is because they couldn't stand how selfish everyone in their lives were being, sort of, and they didn't like how people would treat others badly, and so they just withdrew from the world because they just couldn't handle, you know, the amount of, you know, bad behavior in the world and of people mistreating one another. So I think, like, on Hiki, there's definitely, like, these people are real people with real problems, and, you know, some of them are kind of like bad people, and I wouldn't say the thing that they're doing is, like, good, but there's a big sense of genuinity to it, and it's a really, really fascinating board to me because of that. There's a lot of, like, edgy, depressing stuff on there, too, but I feel like all of these people are in, like, their late 20s and kind of have a handle on things, you know?
I was gonna say, like, I like going on the LGBTQ boards that they have on 4chan, mostly because everyone there is like a real huge asshole about shit.
Yeah, I go on LGBTQ sometimes. Like, it's just kind of boring to me. Like, there's not a lot of actually interesting discussion there, I don't think.
Well, the most the most common thread on there is like people bitching about like how trannies still look like very masculine men.
Yeah. I go on cute/male or whatever, which is good, or CM. Which is like just, oh my god, it's so wholesome. It's good. It's really, really wholesome. And the cute board, or C, that one's really good. Oh my god, this podcast just derailed into me and Tom talking about chance. Boy. Were you ever into 4chan, D?
Yes, I was. A long, long time ago.
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking about the board in D. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to go on there like when I was in, I don't know, high school or something. I was like 2007, 2008.
Oh my god, the golden age.
Yep, I'm a veteran.
Oh man, I wish I was around for that.
Oh yeah, it was great.
I've seen archive threads and stuff and old screen caps, but I wish I was just there to experience that, because that was a legendary time in the internet.
Yeah, and for me, the earliest I was there was probably around 2010. I know I was 15 when I started going on and posting and stuff, which back then I used to go on B because stuff actually used to be clever there and shit. Now, like, I'll sit occasionally pop by B and I'll just look through it. I'm like, what the fuck has gone on?
Yeah, I was in a thread the other day, and people were making just the most, like, generic, barely any thought went into this type of jokes about this guy's, like, band or something. It was a thread called, like, what do you call my band? And people would say,
name my
like,
band?
Yeah,
like, those used to be clever.
Yeah.
I like, it was a couple of weeks ago, I stumbled upon one of those when I was like, let me see how he's looking. Still looks like shit. Oh, look at these threads. Oh, no one's clever.
Yeah, like, people would say, like, the cucks, am I right, guys? The Jews, and it's like, oh god, just shut up. You're not even using these memes in a clever way. You're just saying the thing, and I've heard this a million times. This isn't clever, this isn't funny. And, like, everyone just posts, like, weird porn on there and stuff, and none of it's good. It's all edgy 12-year-olds, which, I mean, it sounds kind of hypocritical for me to say that, but still, like, you know, there's no heart to it. It's just
it lost its charm. It's become this place known where people are edgy, and that's who flocks to it now. Like, there was several years back, there was a depressing comic I saw that was pretty much describing it. Was where a person goes like, okay, time to go back to the gym. The gym's called B. And he's like, I hope things are gonna be better this year. And it shows like all the cancerous threads that are usually started and always running on there and shit. And it's like, god damn, this comic hurt.
Yeah. Do you have a link to that, by the way?
Oh, I'll have to find it. It was years ago I saw it, but I could probably find it after some actual looking.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That comic pretty much sums up my feelings now of how B is.
Yeah. One of my favorite boards on there currently is TRV or Travel.
That's a fun board.
Yeah. Yeah, it's listening to people just talk about like vacationing to all these different places and having all the information about like Taiwan and weird Southeast Asian countries, and it's just really fascinating to me because I love foreign countries a lot, and one of my goals in life is to go and visit a lot of these places. Like Mongolia is in my top places that I want to go to and things like that. Yeah, it's going on that board is a lot of very like-minded people when it comes to being very interested in travel, and it's just a great community to hang out in.
Oh yeah, that's like with any of the boards that you find that you have an interest in that you share with others. Once you get past like the shock and awe of the existence of B and Pole, it's not a bad place, actually. I mean, yeah, the word faggot is thrown around so casually, but no one gives a shit. Well, most people should not be giving a shit anyways.
Yeah, I think it's funny, and that's
the whole thing of it is to be funny. It's just you're taking the piss out of the word and any negative connotation it carries with it.
Yeah. I mean, if you hear something enough times, it doesn't even hurt anymore. And people should have thicker skin, especially nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
See here, I really like Lang on 8chan. Like, you hear the word 8chan and you think, oh, edgy shit posting, dumb. But like Lang is actually really fun.
Is it for language?
Yeah, it's for people who are learning languages, which I've dabbled with for quite a while now. Like, I've just been sort of going through the motions, figuring out which ones I like the most or want to learn the most, and I've kind of settled on like Japanese and Norwegian, but Like I've gone through a whole bunch of different ones. Like I was learning Italian and German for a little while, and I tried learning Spanish and a few other ones, but I realized the ones that I really liked were those. And because I'm so into that, that board just has a lot of great discussion, and it's really fun. On 420chan, world languages or lang as well, that one is very fun. I don't know if you go on 420chan at all, but it's actually a pretty fun place, especially the video game board.
I haven't even heard of that one. Like, the only chans I'm really well aware of, aside of 4chan and 8chan, are like the joke one, Shrek Chan, and one of the times, this was, I think it was when, it was definitely before I was 18, but people in B, they had a thread where it was, okay guys, we go on an expedition back to the homeland, and it was, you go to 2chan, which is the Japanese one, that inspired 4chan, and you just post the weirdest shit you find. And it was before, like, you know, Google Translate would translate the web page you were on and stuff. And one guy posted a picture of, like, a cat, and he goes, I'm not sure if this was from a cooking thread or if it was a pet thread. Because he couldn't read anything anyone typed.
Oh my god, that sounds really fun. Yeah, since I'm learning hiragana, katakana, kanji, all of that, one of my goals is to be able to go on 2chan and be able to read through all that, because I hear that place, like, unlike the English ones, hasn't degraded a lot of its appeal, which is kind of neat because it's been around, like, way longer. So I kind of want to participate in that and hang out there. But I just linked 420chan. It's actually a really fun place. It has a great sense of community there. It's fun. Oh man, we really went down the rabbit hole with this one.
It just seems like we've been chatting away and Mark and Dan are just there for the ride.
Yeah, I'm joining.
As we go through nostalgia of shitposts in our history of
We
it.
just sit back and watch the insanity fold.
No, but in all honesty, I didn't really, I was more just a lurker for the most part. I didn't really post a lot. I just kind of went to like PG games.
Okay, so I went to that one, the VG discussion. Like, first one is, let's rank games and genres of how smart you have to be in order to succeed them. And one of the first pictures I see is like a Doki Doki picture.
Yeah, still gotta play that.
Yeah.
You know, I actually need to get back to playing Sphinx the Curse of Mummy again, because I deleted Path of Exile from my tower. But I have like a lot of games that I want to play now. I mean, Dragon's Dogma, I'm getting back into Monster Hunter. I need to get into the Division and take care of that update.
Oh, Logan. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Mark.
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
I was basically gonna ask, have you heard of a game called Dynamite Headdy for the Genesis?
Oh yeah, I've played a little bit of it on an emulator, and it's really, really fun.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I was listening to some of the music right now on my iPod. Just while you guys are talking.
It's a fun time. I really like that game. I need to get a physical copy of it, because the thing about me and emulators is I'll start playing a game, and then I usually feel less motivated to finish it on an emulator because I like having the physical copy. So I use it just to kind of try out things to see what I want to buy. But I usually finish things when I actually buy the copy. Like, there's an element of when you buy it, you spent money on something, and so now you gotta finish it because you have that investment there. And I kind of feel less of that with emulators. And it looks cool on my shelf, so I like having it.
Also, when you're using an emulator, you don't really have that same feel as using a controller for those older systems.
Yeah, like there are ones you can buy for the computer, but it just doesn't feel the same. You don't have the same grainy feeling that the old consoles have, and there's glitches that often happen with the emulators. I've been getting into looking at reproduction carts. You know that game Takeshi's Challenge?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I saw like for $30 you can get a translated like copy of it in an NES cart. Like some guy just made a label and a cartridge and an American version of Takeshi's Challenge, and you can buy it brand new. Like,
That's cool.
It looks like a genuine game that would have been made back in the 80s from the, you know, from how that one was built. And like, even though that game is like a shitpost or a meme, I really want to buy that.
Oh yeah, speaking of like meme games, I found a copy of, well, it was a Gears of War, but it had a second disc with it. It was like Power Games or some shit. It pretty much, it's like 30 old games on it, which had like Crash Bandicoot, Banjo-Kazooie, but it also had Battletoads and Battletoads Arcade.
Oh my god.
Wow.
The way I actually found it was when I was purchasing a computer. At the time, I needed to get a new one, and I went to a pawn shop because if they have like a 30-day guarantee, it's safe to buy a computer from there most of the time, and I know what I'm doing with my computer and stuff, so I'm usually good with that. But I decided to be a smartass and ask them like if they had Battletoads, and the lady there apparently was aware of these things, and yeah, she actually showed me the game, and it's like, son of a bitch, I do have to buy this now. You have won. But really, in the end, I think I was the winner because I got Battletoads for the Xbox One.
Oh yeah, I remember that collection. Oh my god, those games are so cool. People think Battletoads is a meme, especially on 4chan when they used to do the I don't know if anyone remembers this, but but like Battletoads used to be a gigantic meme on there.
Oh yeah, you fucking just like call everyone asking for Battletoads.
Yeah. And like I think people made like special box art for Xbox 360 Battletoads and stuff that they would always ask. Like a freaking people seem to hate that game because of its difficulty, but like I legitimately think it's a fun game.
Yeah, I really haven't played it, but then again, I rarely touch my Xbox, so
yeah, I played the Double Dragon Battletoads as well, and that one, I think it fixes a lot of the problems the first game had, where like in that driving sequence where you have to jump over the things, it gets really finicky. I think a lot of the problems in Battletoads are fixed in Battletoads Double Dragon, and that one's really fun. I need to buy a physical copy of all these games because like there's so many of them, but I need to get a job.
you can get one, you bum.
Yeah, but I'm not 16 yet.
Get one, you bum. Well, I know in Indiana you can be under 16 and work on the farms.
Yeah, the problem with that is like I don't really know anybody who has a farm around here that I'd be able to work for, and plus I turn 16 in April, so it's gonna happen soon enough, and then I'd be able to get a job then. So I was thinking about just waiting instead of like going out and getting one right now anyway.
Fair enough.
Oh man, I think D was trying to end this thing like 40 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, if you want to end.
Yeah, okay, alright. Well, thanks a lot.
We don't want to take you hostage.
Yeah, well, we can still talk, but I'll just do a little ending. Alright, well...
Thank you everyone for listening to the D-Pad. It's been a wild ride. This is a very fitting end.
Yeah, it is.
Goodbye.
We'll meet again. Don't know where. Don't know when.
Make it happen, people. Share my videos.
I just got an idea.
Tell people about me.
I just got an idea. We need to go.
Ego.
Exactly. We need to crash one of Kitty Sapphire's cons that she goes to. Just show up, like, I don't know, just dress up in character. Just ruin everything.
Oh, I get a chance to like dress in my commissar outfit again and tote around a bolt pistol.
But she lives in like New York, so that's gonna be
Yeah, I haven't been to New York in a long time.
I can't.
That would be a mess.
Patreon.com/LoganRumpke. Let's make it happen.
Yes. Let's make the next Hangover movie. That would be terrible if we all went to New York.
Yeah, because I would film everything.
No, it'd be the Hangover where everyone died of like liver poisoning on the first night. Just like a short film.
Now I need to draw this. Oh my gosh. I have a baby for some reason.
The baby gets into the whiskey.
Oh no.
Oh no. It's like BoJack all over again. Oh no.
When everyone dies.
Yeah. Even the baby? Oh no.
Yeah. Baby can't drink a whiskey bottle and live.
Austin, I believe. I don't think we ever met.
Hello.
He goes by the name Rebel Taxi.
No, I don't. Stop telling everyone. No, I just want to look at my photos of Raiden.
Which Raiden? Mortal Kombat or full?
I said Raven.
Oh, I was gonna do something, but I guess I'll do this then.
You can if you want.
That's what most of the people that watch this podcast say.
Exactly.
Gotta go Gother, gotta go Goth X.
You just can't stop bashing Pan.
My hair and sunglasses.
Welcome to the D-Pad. I am DZ Dog, and
This is a train wreck already.
I know.
I just usually leave stuff on editing and just be like, this is the raw experience of our lives.